Welcome to the VMAGlobal College, the only maritime institution that has a training center here in Negros Island. Today we are inaugurating the Oroland Garden Prayer Park, and this is very close to VMAGlobal College. The VMAGlobal College, as you know very well, that this was set up in order to provide quality education, training for our seafarers, maritime personnel, hotel and restaurant personnel, information technologists, and business management students. We have prepared a new landscape in the field of education, especially for students who would like to work overseas. In order to be globally competent, we must have to put up facilities that are of international standard. We welcome students from other cities and provinces who have started sending also their students for training here at the VMAGlobal College Training Center. We have also developed our area, especially in the development of education and training for our youth. So with this in our park here, as you can all see, this is a park where we devote our time in prayers and at the same time in entertaining friends. And this place is already becoming a area where people can enjoy together with friends and their relatives. And I hope that you will come and visit the Oroland Leisure Park, and at the same time the Oroland Prayer Garden. This is another place that we can offer to our friends here in Bacolod City and our visitors. Thank you very much.
We're a million lonely people all together on this needle in the sky, afraid of heights, and your dreams were made illegal by the laws of lesser evil we call life, but not tonight. I dare you to love.
Welcome to the VMAGlobal College, the only maritime institution that has a training center here in Negros Island. Today we are inaugurating the Oroland Garden Prayer Park, and this is very close to VMAGlobal College. The VMAGlobal College, as you know very well, that this was
We don't want no heroes. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. We're the pretty young things. We are the fashion. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We're the generation. So sick of labels. We don't want no heroes.
One of the highlights of our 47th Foundation Day.
This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. We're the pretty young things. We are the fashion. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We're the generation. So sick of labels. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes.
Once again, the Asian tourism, and I was also for the TVL, and the capacity is the Dean, is to formally open our 2020 Skills Olympics. Everybody cheers.
Hi, I am Lorene Joy A. Anyate. Welcome to BSHM, BSTM, BSHRM, and TVL Skills Olympic 2020. This event aims to inspire our students to demonstrate our skills, provide an innovation exchange avenue on skills development, and to promote hospitality industry.
the highlights of our 47th Foundation Day.
This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. We look pretty young things. We are the fashion. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We're the generation. So sick of labels. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes.
Once again, the Asian tourism, and likewise also for the TVL, and the capacity as the Dean, this is to formally open our 2020 Skills Olympics. Everybody cheers!
Hi, I am Lorene Joy A. Onyate. Welcome to BSHM, BSTM, BSHRM, and TVL Skills Olympic 2020. This event aims to inspire our students to demonstrate our skills, provide an innovation exchange avenue on skills development, and to promote hospitality industry.
Never catch me. These walls I'll tear down. I'll write my own destiny, 'cause these dreams don't sleep. I will rise like a new sun, 'cause I know there will come a day. Just like thunder when light breaks, I'll rise up like the crack crashing waves. I just keep on believing I can shake every mountain, 'cause I knew there would be a day I'll rise up like the crashing waves. 'Cause this is the moment.
VMAGlobal College and Training Centers Incorporated presents the Tourism and Hospitality Skills Olympics 2020. The main objective of this event is to develop and enhance the talents and skills of students that will soon be professionals in the tourism and hospitality industry. The hospitality industry employs a large part in the workforce, including workers in restaurants, hotels, and airports. Sobresaliente, VMA!
They're trying but they'll never catch me. These walls I'll tear down. I ride my destiny, and these dreams don't sleep, no. Oh, 'cause this is the moment. I will rise like a new sun, 'cause I knew there would come a day. Just like thunder when light breaks, I'll rise up like the crashing waves. Shake every mountain, 'cause I knew there would be a day I'll rise up like the crashing waves. 'Cause this is the moment. Oh, this is the moment. Dreams don't sleep for the moment, got the heat, ain't waiting for the daybreak. Gonna give you a smile. This is my time, gonna light it up one day. 'Cause this is the moment. Dreams don't sleep for the moment, got the heat, ain't waiting for the daybreak. This is the moment. Get what's mine, 'cause this is my time, gonna light it up one day. This is the moment. 'Cause this is the moment. 'Cause this is the moment. I'm gonna rise, 'cause this is the moment. I'm gonna rise, 'cause this is the moment.
Life during the COVID-19 pandemic is difficult for parents and students alike. The return to school is an important and hopefully welcome step, but you and your students likely have many questions. Here's the latest information of what to expect and how you can support your students. During such a worrying and disruptive time, it's natural to have a lot of questions. Some helpful ones you may want to ask are raised later on after this orientation of the different programs of the school. To start with, I would like to request everybody to please observe silence for our opening prayer, and please remain on our meeting for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
There is peace in Christ when we learn of Him. Feel the love He felt for us when He bore our sins. Listen to His words, let them come alive. If we know Him as He is, there is peace in Christ. He gives us hope when hope is gone. He gives us strength when we can't go on. He gives us shelter There is peace in Christ when we walk with Him through the streets of Galilee to Jerusalem. Mend the broken hearts, dry the tear-filled eyes. When we live the way He lived, there is peace in Christ. He gives us hope when hope is gone. He gives us strength when we can't go on. He gives us shelter in the storms of life. When there's no peace on earth, there is peace in Christ. He gives us hope when hope is gone. He gives us strength when we can't go on. He gives us shelter in the storms of life. When there's no peace on earth, there is peace in Christ. When there's no peace on earth, there is peace in Christ.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
All right, so at this juncture, we will be hearing a message coming from the president of our institution. Everyone that is here coming from our president, let us welcome Dr. Elizabeth O. Salabas.
Good morning. Welcome back. Belated Happy New Year. Parents, for the first time, we started our school year this February. Now, we are very happy that you're back, or many of you are here with us and you chose VMA. Thank you very much. For the first time, since pandemic was felt heavily among us, That was in March. Kita naton, nabatyagan naton ang kahadlok. Kakulba, kahangawa, nga basi kita malapnan. But despite that, you still continued with your dreams and your aspirations na mapaeskwela ang inyong mga kabataan. And isa sa mga problema ang basi kita malaknan kag kun ano ang matabo nga ang bilog nga pamilya maapektahan. Loss of job, ang iban gani nadulaan gid sang trabaho. But then, despite that, gintinguhan gid ninyo nga mapaeskwela ang inyong kabataan. Salamat gid nga madamo. And we thank God nga sa subong despite pulo na kabulan since March nga nabatyagan gid naton ang problema sa COVID-19. Aton gid pasalamatan our Lord who has given us His gift of life, His gift of love, His gift of protection against COVID-19. Ginpadala niya pa ang iya mahal nga iloy nga amo ang aton advocate against coronavirus. Thank you, O Lord God, on behalf of all parents, on behalf of the administration, the management of VMA, we thank the Lord. And we thank the Lord for having you with us. Sa aton nga eskwelahan, karon amo ang problema kay hindi pa sila makaatubang, di pa wala pa face to face. But then, daw ga-enjoy man siguro tanan as sa kamo nga parents no sa anang ginatawag nga online learning. And with that, akon lang ginapahibalo kag ginapahanumdom that kada eskwelahan may iya nga custom, may iya nga tradition. Ang BMA madamo sina because one reason is we are after the implementation of discipline policies in the campus or even outside with your help. So ang ako lang ginapangayo yung parents who are here with us, and if you want to also share your time with us, join the Parents Council, because you will be one of those who will be valued by the students as their surrogate parent here. Kag pasalamatan gid namon nga sa inyo pag-upod kag pagbuluntad sa inyo nga serbisyo sa eskwelahan through the Parents Council, isa kadungog nga amon kamo ipadayaw sa inyo nga mabulig sa eskwelahan kung ano man ina aton ina paga-estudyohan kag paga-diskusyunan once na formalize na ang VMA Parents Council. So with this, I urge you parents to be with us. Help us to discipline foremost your children. Labi na gid karon nga kinahanglan gid nila mabatyagan ang mga hindi dapat himuon kag ang mga dapat himuon. Nga kinahanglan gid ang kooperasyon, ang pagsulundan sang kada isa sa aton. And to your parents, welcome back. And thank you for sending your students to us, your children to us, giving us the privilege of being part of your family. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, so that was the president of our institution, Dr. Elizabeth O. Salabas. At this juncture, before we proceed to the first part of our program, I would like first to make an announcement to all of the students who are writing their names on the comment box in our Zoom meeting and in our FB Live. All those are not counted because you are to check the link of our attendance and evaluation at the VMA Guidance Center page. Again, I would like to announce to all the students that your names that you have written, that you have commented on our comment box here at Zoom meeting and in our FB Live are not counted. So you are to search first VMA Guidance Center page and check on the and link of our attendance and our evaluation. So please do check if it's link for college department or it's a link coming from high school department. All right, so without further ado, let us proceed to our first orientation about our maritime program. And to give us to speak about all about the maritime program, let us welcome our Dean of Maritime Studies. Everyone, let's hear from second mate Gilbert Wesna.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody, and again, welcome aboard the VMAGlobal College for this second semester of the school year 2020-2021. This afternoon, we would like to remind you and give you some information with regards to the specifically the requirements and the things that you have to do in order for you to complete the second term of this school year. Specifically, our objectives for this during this pandemic period is for you us to be able to provide support and assistance to engage our students to continue learning even while traditional school operations are disrupted. Number two, to continue to help learners while physical access to schools are fully or partially restricted, adhering to the policies and guidelines of the government. Well, in this case, everybody knows that at this point, we could not still perform the face-to-face, specifically on subjects that contains laboratories. Probably you might be wondering, on the previous semester, last semester, some of the grades of our students are remarked incomplete, considering that we could not give them the full grades yet. The fact that they had not totally completed the requirements, that is the performance of their laboratory activities. Number three is to utilize varied learning modalities suited to the needs of the learners while considering availability of learning resources, ICT facilities, and capability of the teachers. At this very hard time, we are trying to reach out, especially the capacity of our students with regards to the internet accessibility depending on their places. Also, we are trying to adjust, our faculty members are trying to adjust the fact that this is new to us, the delivery, the online delivery. So as much as possible, we will be trying various modalities for able to align for the needs of our students. Number four, at this point, we also would like to strengthen partnership with parents or guardians to ensure that learning will continue at home. We appreciate the fact and we understand the importance of the teamwork, the team from the school and the team from the parents with regards to the continuous education of our students. Number five, we have capacitated teachers, parents, and guardians and stakeholders to create positive learning environment to learners, whether at school, home, or community. So these are our objectives, and we would like to emphasize on this. Now, probably you have already you were already provided with the necessary requirements with regards to from the clinical. But then I would like to emphasize that some of our students enrolled late because of these medical requirements. And I would like to emphasize the fact that the need, especially for the maritime profession, the need for these requirements, especially with regards to visual acuity, in color blindness, the having the Ishihara test are requirements because there will be a problem for them to come on board the vessel if these three important medical is not cleared. No? So, amo na nga akong we really have to implement such because there will be, or there's no need, or probably it would be impractical for them to continue their maritime education if these three basic medical requirements is not satisfied. Now, this is true to both the old and continuing or returning students, which we require them to submit their medical certificates. Next. For our delivery, we still have these three. VMAGlobal College had adopted these three different learning modalities, and we are face-to-face, online, and blended. But at this point, the current situation compels us to still continue using online delivery. So wala anay sa blended, we have blended only for junior high school, but for college, both for maritime and the non-maritime department, we are still using the online delivery just as what we had used last semester. Now this learning delivery, the online delivery will take place with the use of ICT tools and equipment and the internet. Now, how are we going to do? This is a short reminder again. We have presented this, but I would like to again present this to you on to-do list for an online class. First is to secure your internet connectivity. Must have a messenger account using your real name for proper identification. Some of our students uses different names or code names, which could be a problem for the identification of their teachers later on. So make sure that if you open a new account, use your real name for proper identification. Also create an email account and must abide with classroom rules and etiquette. Now, for our grading system, basically for pure lecture subjects, we still is adopting the same grading system as we have been using. So 30% will go to the class standing. That includes 5% assignment, oral examination, and 5% for output, 30% for quizzes, and 40% for the written examination or our term examination for a total of 100%. Dear parents and students, you will have at the end of the final term, you will have your final grade for subjects which is pure lecture. But for subjects having laboratories, lecture and laboratory subjects, this is where your queries or problem would arise because of the fact that we could not perform the necessary practical activities, considering that we are not allowed to conduct face-to-face yet you will only have to receive 40% or 60% of your grade, which constitute the lecture aspect only. And we will hold on the 40% of your grades, which is corresponds to your laboratory, until such time that we could perform, until such time that the authority would allow us to conduct face-to-face delivery. It's the only time where we could give you your final grade for your laboratory. But then probably you have already noticed that we allow you to enroll even your grades for such subjects having laboratories is remarked incomplete. Yet, we allow you to enroll for this second semester, considering that we could not give you your final grade pending the approval of the authority for a face-to-face contact. And again, during these online classes, the laboratory component of the grade will not be given during the prelim, midterm, but instead will be given in the finals when the actual laboratory activities are performed and when face-to-face mode of learning will be allowed by the authorities. So I hope I am making this clear because some of you are quite worried. But for those who will be having problem with regards to the sponsorship scholarships nila, there are students who have that concern. Please come to our office, at this office, so that we could give you a certification that you had a passing grades, but then we could not give you the final grade considering for particular subjects having laboratories on this. We could vouch on that, we could give you the certification for you still to avail of your scholarship. Just come to our office. Okay. Now, how students may access the various learning platforms. For the fact that we are using three various platforms here to cope up and to reach out for students, which do have different capability. So we have adopted three. We have first the Schoology. So paano ka mo makasunod sa Schoology? So these are the steps. The teacher will provide the access code of the course created in Schoology. Of course, when we talk about course, that's your subject. No? Step 2, sign up to www.schoology.com and enter the access code provided by the teacher. Fill out all the required information in the sign up page. Number 4, students will be redirected to the students page of the course. If you miss this, or you might forget this, you could still contact. I believe you have created a group chat with your corresponding faculty members. You could still ask. Your faculty members could help you out on the use of Schoology, on how to enter Schoology. VMA is also using the Google Meet, and these are the steps that you should follow in order for you to avail of this. Teacher will create a meeting in the Google Meet website or app and send a copy of the meeting link to the students. Students will open the link and join the meeting video conferencing. Or even the Zoom. You see, also using the Zoom. So these are the steps. Again, the teacher will create a meeting in Zoom website or app and send a copy of the meeting link or meeting ID and password to the student. The student will open the link or type the meeting ID and password to join the meeting video conferencing. Okay, so those are the three platforms that we are using in order for us to deliver as much, the maximum possible information in the conduct of the classes. Excuse. Now here are schedule of our examination. For prelim, we're scheduled to have it on March 8 to 12. Within that week, most probably 11 and 12, or maybe 8 and 9. We normally have 2 days. And of course, you know that already during the first semester that we are conducting our examination online, man. Okay? For our midterm, it is scheduled between 19 to 23. And for the final examination, we have May 24 to 28, that is for graduating or completers and honor students. They are 1 week ahead. And for the undergrad, those second year and first year, we will have their final exam on May 31 to June 4. Okay, so please take note of this in advance so that all the preparation, necessary preparation should be made before this exam. Okay. Now, I would like to remind, because there are students who had not submitted their medical examination the whole first semester. They were given extension, yet they were not able to submit yet. But then we are trying to reach out and we are trying to be a little lenient. The fact that this is quite a very difficult time. So some of them were even given an extension, promising to submit this February. So I would like to remind, especially those who had submitted their promissory note regarding the submission of their medical examination, that it must be on the clinic on or before February 27. And as agreed, you have written a promissory note for that and make good of your promise. Remember how important medical examination for a maritime students, especially. We would like to make sure that your stay here in our school will not be useless. Sayang, sige ka lang eskwela, nga eventually hindi ka qualified, medically capacitated, or hindi ka medically qualified to take this course. Sayang ang gasto kag ang time. So we want to make sure that you are healthy and there will be no problem regarding your medical condition as soon as you completed your academic requirements. Again, your deadline for your promissory note will be on or before February 27. Now, just to give you an assurance that we are doing all our everything to maintain the safety of everybody here at school, especially our students, in compliance with the minimum equipment requirements set by Chet and Marina for the MHEIs. And this time of crisis, provision of clean and sanitary learning environment is also maintained. We have already designated our safety officer and the team for COVID-19. We are providing liquid hand soap and hand-free facilities, foot bath disinfectant mat, strict implementation in the use of face mask and face shield while in the campus, use of thermal scanner, disinfectant of schools and classrooms, even if it is not used at the moment. We always observe physical distancing and we are trying to avoid social gatherings. We also limit particulars from coming in and out of the school campus, and we did enhance our internet connection in the school to accommodate all the needs of our students, especially in the delivery of our classes. For the registrar, I know it had been given, but there is always posing some problem to us here, especially in the submission of the requirements. Okay, so just like to remind you that these are the documentary requirements from 1 to 10 there, and this could be viewed on the Facebook page of the registrar. further queries and information that you would like to, please do not hesitate to contact the concerned office, in this case, the registrar, for more information. And for the guidance office, they also have this requirements. Now I'm giving you for the BSM tip, we have your contact person will be Mr. MJ Alutsagay. And for the BS Marie, we have Miss Sana Grace Hilong. You can contact them anytime and state your concern. Okay, in the delivery of our classes, one of the performance or one of the concern that we have is the online classroom etiquette that we have. No? And can we play the video? My video presentation is done, no? Shad. Video presentation. I would like you to focus on this one and please maintain this. Observation from our faculty members regarding unethical attendance during the online class. Okay, so those are the reminders with regards to attending your online classes, and that should be followed to make sure that you have gained or received the maximum information and knowledge that you should have, even with the not normal delivery or the online. Now, for our ending, I'll give you some announcement that we have the 48th Foundation Week scheduled this February 22, 23, 24, and 26. For Maritime, we have February 24, and we will have various virtual events. We are inviting you to please join. We have 7 events, virtual events related to Maritime. On the 23rd, we have the high school department, and the 26th, we have the non-maritime which will also have various virtual events. Now, the next is information from our onboard training officer, second mate Destacamento, for the information and updates regarding your shipboard training. Sir Destacamento?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, please.
Do you
Go
hear
ahead.
me? Sir Vishna, do you hear me? Check with audio check, please. Audio check. Hello. Okay. So, good afternoon, parents and students. Welcome to our second semester. Now, from the STO, our objectives is to implement onboard training requirements under the BSMT and BSMARI programs specified in Annex B, Joint CHED Marina Circular Number Series of Number 1 Series of 2019. Responsible to give guidance containing information's dissemination of 12 months seagoing services with an approved TRB or training record book before embarkation. Then 36 seagoing service in position of other than cadets or apprentice. Then facilitate pre-job placement seminar. Then facilitate pre-job placement seminar and conduct seminar on filling up approved training record book. Then also facilitate linkages, partnership, manning shipping companies as onboard training. Next, schedule for the requirements of graduating students before and after graduation. First, we have a workshop seminar for virtual. This is virtual, tentative before the final exam. Training record book. So we have a virtual seminar for this. Second, we have also pre-job orientation together with our guidance counselor, Ms. Baggy Candelario. This will be before the final exam. Or not after the final exam, or before or after final exam. So then we have also our basic training and SDSD. Tentative schedule for graduating have already companies, especially Solpia and IMS. Those have also a cadetship, under cadetship. So you start your basic training on May 31. So the requirements for the basic training, and this is the training. Next, please. So basic training is composed of 4 modules: PST, Personal Survival Technique; PFF, FPFF, or Fire Preventions and Firefighting; AFA, Emergency and First Aid; Personal Survival, Personal Safety and Social Responsibility, that is PSSR, that is under under one full course. So the training fee, that is about 10,600. Durations of trainings, that will be 10 days. So that inclusion is packed lunch. So for those already endorsed at the BME Training Center, all BME graduates, we have 50% upon enrollment acceptable. So you have the discount of 1,060 for the BT. Okay. Next. So for the SDSD, our seekers with designated security duties, awareness training. So training fee, that is 2,000. Durations of training, that is 1 day. So you have list 200 for OBT endorsed BME graduates. So your requirements, you have to have your SRN or separate registration number that from your Marina mismo account. So then you have to get also doctor's certificate for fit to work. So that fit to work must not list age of not must not less than uh, more than 3 months, no? Kung more than 3 months asa expire na siya, no? And then you have also PME. If you have PME, is also acceptable for the date of issue within 3 months. Then you have also your barangay clearance that you are not MUI and PUM. Then valid ID and PSA birth certificate. So these are the requirements for enrollment of your BT and SD training. So that will be start on May 31 for the first batch with hub shipping companies already, no? So kailangan mauna na sila. And those graduated on last January, apat man lang ni sila kabilog ang nag-graduate. So you could join anytime. Starting today, pwede na kamo kakuha sang inyong basic training, no? Those are 4 nga nag-graduate sang January, si Gamusa, Earl Vincent, Mercado Ronald, Montalvo, and Odani Rinel. So these are who graduated last January. So you could get already your training, or you could enroll already your training, SBT and SD. Okay? And we have also for online monitoring registration system. So all maritime students of VMAGlobal College and Training Centers are required to register in our online monitoring registration system. All you have to do is to fill up the online registration forms and submit it to the onboard training office for encoding. Once it is encoding, we will call you or text you to check your user's name and passwords of at cmstrmfoundation.com or whether you had successfully registered. Once it is successful, you are now considered officially registered in our online monitoring system. If not, you have to check your username and password for confirmation. Being officially registered, you can now update your account and download your documents related to onboard training, or contact us at the onboard training office 0947-958-9215. So this is the form. Next, please. Next, please. All right, this is the form. Be sure that when you are going to fill up, so you have to fill up with capital letters, especially your first name, middle name, and the last name. Your school ID, okay, gender, civil status, then BS MARE and BS MT. Important, your mobile number, date of birth, birthplace, permanent address, be sure, and then city, province, city and city province, state and province, and then your email address. Be sure you have to fill up that. And then you have to make your own login name, or that is your user ID. You have to put it, and then your password, because amo na siya amon gamiton para makasulod kamo sa inyong monitoring. Kagdra kamo ma-update. So you have to write your father's name, tanano, you have to fill up that. Mother's name, contact number, spouse name, kung may asawa or bana. So you have to put also the contact number. Okay? So then your Facebook name. So be sure nga mabutang nyo da. Klaro gid. No? So once you fill up that, you have to submit that at the BMO-STO Facebook page, or download or fill up, download on the BMO-STO Facebook page and submit to our email. So bmsto14@gmail.com. All right. Next, please. So this is the requirements before onboard training. So be sure that when you before you process your TOR, kailangan mayroon na kayong BT and SDSD training certificates. Then once may if you have your BT and SDSD training certificates, that will be the time you are going to submit that to register for processing of your TOR. Then your cab will be endorsed by the STO to the registrar if you have already your company. So if not, hindi ta pwede ka-endorse ang inyong cab, no? So, for watchkeeping certificates, so the DENS will be issued your watchkeeping certificate. Then your Siemens book, you have to get now your Siemens book because Siemens book wala ka sang TOR and BT and SDSD training. This is one of the requirements. BT and SDSD training and then TOR before ka makakuha sang Siemens book. No? So Siemens book related to the processing will be discussed on the pre-job orientation. The same true with the training record book. So this is the amount for the deck, 1,505.17 and engine 894.46. Then you have down payment for 3,000 as part of your enrollment of your 4th year for onboard training. So that 3,000 that will be include your insurance already. No? And then you have your daily journal, that is 150. And then valid passport, and then medical, and then other required trainings by the company. So these are the requirements prior for onboard training. So that's it. Amo lang na. The other informations will be discussed more on pre-job orientation program. Thank you. Sir?
All right, so thank you so much to our shipboard training officer, second mate Narciso de Sacramento, for giving us onboard trainings concerns and as well for informing our graduating students about their pre-job orientation. At this juncture, we will move on to the orientation for the non-maritime program or our courses in hospitality management, tourism management, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. To give us an orientation, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our Dean for the College of Business and Hospitality Management. Everyone, let us welcome Mr. Hurries Trance.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Clear now? Okay, sige. Good afternoon once again, and welcome to our parents and students virtual orientation for this semester 2020-2021. So the College of Hospitality and Business Management, we offer this following 3 programs, namely the Hospitality Management, and that was HRM before, or the Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management. Then we do have also the Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management and the Bachelor of Science in Business Management, major in Financial Management. So this afternoon, we wanted you to sit back and relax because today we're going to give you the activities and updates of our program. So first and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for your time or taking your time to be with us. And later on, if you do have some questions, kindly write it on the chat box. Okay? So the vision and mission of the College of Hospitality and Business Management. So the College of Hospitality and Business Management aims to provide our students with actual exposure in the field of hospitality and business management industry with equipped knowledge, skills, and attitude and competencies. And our quality objectives, the CHBM, or the College of Hospitality and Business Management, commits to continuously improve the standards in the delivery of its customers, and that is the students. It is our goal, and the goal of the program, the CHBM, to facilitate students' learning in relation to local and global trends, identify opportunities for better understanding of the subject matter, and maximize utilization of students' creativity and imagination through exposure and actual practice. Okay, so in order for you to have the idea, actually we discussed it already with our students, with their class advisory. So for our parents, this is how we're going to compute our grades. So we are on a zero base. So for the pure lecture subjects, we have the 30% class standing, which includes the 5% assignment, including the research work. We have also the 20% oral examination. And we have also 5% the output. So 30% for their quizzes and 40% for their examination. So again, that's for the pure lecture. And for our lecture with laboratory subjects, we have 10%, which includes the assignment and output, and the 5% for oral examination. So again, that is their class standing. And then 20% for their quizzes, 25% for their examination, and 40% laboratory. So again, our laboratory will be performed in the month of May to June. So to be either in the final. So prelim and midterm is equivalent only for 60%, and the additional 40% will be given at the end now as a final examination. So again, laboratory activities will perform on the final period. So it will be in May to June. So for your examination, so examination permit will be secured at the accounting office. But there are times also we give consideration, no, kung may mga palawan na ta nga receipt sending to their faculty, or shall we say, ang mga ginbayad sa BDO, so we consider that one also. But for those students who paid at the accounting office, we're going to secure just ang ilang receipt that also may nakatatak na siya nga okay for examination. And for those students who are able to take examination due to unavoidable absences, so again, go to your faculty or to your teachers and request for a special examination 1 week after the regular examination. So kung hindi pa siya kabayad, gid walang alang gid, again, go to your teacher in charge or your faculty for your special examination. So take note again, after a week of examination. So for our policy, for our examination, it's no permit, no exam. So take note that we're going to have our 45% for our prelim. So bali 45% na siya sa total assessment of your students. And then for our midterm, another 45%. And the remaining payments will be 10% for the final. So actually prelim, do medyo gatag kita considerations, and we give also promissory note for the prelim, but sa final, take note na wala na tagahatag sang promissory note. So to our dear students and teachers, to our faculty, parents and students, in order for you to know sa ilang grades, again, all you need to do is to log in the www.vmaschoolautomate.com. Okay, so for those parents who wanted to know the grades of their students, and likewise also students, knowing your grades for prelim, midterm, and final, again, log in to www.vma.schoolautomate.com. So we have right now the Learning Management System, or the LMS. So for our examination, we are using the Edmodo. Okay, so muna siya makita nyo nga mga pictures dira. Again, you must remember that we are not yet still done, or the battle from this pandemic is not yet over. So we are still hoping to end up probably by July or June. So we from the CHBM are looking forward to you students to perform well, because again, we're doing our part to give you the best quality education. So this time of pandemic, this time of difficult times of you, again, the policy, especially the policy of home quarantine, we also give you leniency and again, understanding, to give you the best we can offer, not just only for academic, but also with the skills. So again, examination, we're offering this Edmodo, and then we have our faculty also using Google Classroom for their class discussion. So from the time on, you are not present during the time, so mark absent gina siya, okay? So we do have also the video conference application, namely the Zoom, and we have also the Google Meet. Okay, so amo nang ginapang use ng mga LMS just to give you the delivery of their classes or discussion. Okay, so for your scholastic deficiencies, so again, we do have the conditional grades, and that is 45 to 49%. Again, kaya ang ating passing grade will be 50%. So again, our faculty gives you the chances, not to fail. But again, take time to discuss kung anong concern to your faculty. And the faculty members also given you the chance of what would be the activities for you to cover up para hindi kita ma-fail. Okay? So completion of requirements for no grade must be done not later one semester after the last day of final examination. So kung may mga incomplete ka pa ng mga grades, take note, one semester dapat na comply mo na tanan para hindi kita ma-fail. So kung may kulang-kulang ka pa ng grado or incomplete ka pa ng grado, again, only one semester is given you after the last day of examination para ma-complete ang imong grado. Okay. So we do have the appropriate remarks are given also to students who have the final grade. So sa NC, or the no credit, which would require a student to take final exam for the subject within 15 working days after the last day of final examination. And for the no grade, in case a student lacks of appropriate requirements to pass the subject. So amo na siyang makita ninyo sa system. Okay? So mag-sanaw kamo sa inyo to kagina sa www.vmaschoolautomate. So kami makita kamo sina or mga incomplete buod silingon, may mga requirements pa kamo needed to pass, or shall we say wala pa kamo kakuha sa mga final examination. So again, message to your teacher in charge of the subject, and also update kung ano pa ang mga kulang ninyo. So in order for you to be the dense list, to qualify, students must pass all the subjects with no withdrawn or drop. Again, with no grade below 70 to 74, or shall we say 2.25. So basta ma'am, baka munubo, again na, zero base kita. And the GPA at least 70% or 2.25. So again, kung gusto magsulod sa dean's list, again, you do have the grade of 2.25 or equivalent to 70 to 74, and the general percentage, average, no, or the general weighted average is 2.25 or 70 to 74%. We do have also the Academic Honors Award. So to our parents, if you wanted your sons and your daughter to be the cum laude, again, 2.25 to 2 in any subjects. Dapat kinahanglan wala sila nubo nga 70 to 79% or 2.25 to 2 in any subjects with the GPA of 2.0, or shall we say 75 to 79%. Okay? So again, wala sila nubo nga 70 to 79 or 2.25 to 2, kag may general average sila nga 75 to 79%. For the magna cum laude, dapat no grades below 1.75 or 85 to 84 or any from that any subjects, and then we do have this GPA 1.25 or 90 to 94%. So far, wala pa ta ka summa cum laude, but kasi subong pa lang nga year, dapat kinanglan no grades below 1.25, and the average of course is 90 to 94%. So no grades below 1.25 for the summa cum laude. So for our calendar of activities this coming second semester, so February 18, and we're doing it right now, our virtual orientation. And this coming February 22 to 26, the virtual Foundation Week celebration. And of course, the virtual Foundation Week is highlighted by our CHBM Virtual Skills Olympics. So ano na siyang mga activities? We do have also the bartending, napkin folding or the table napkin folding. We have the flambe, the tour guiding competition. We have the extemporaneous speaking, the business poetry. So please, parents, encourage also your students to join that virtual skills Olympics. So this is one way of developing our students, especially in their skills. And then March 8 to 12 would be our prelim examination. But mas commonly ginabutanta na siyang aton nga examination 11 to 12. Again, take note, prelim examination will be this coming March 8 to 12. Midterm examination will be on April 19 to 23. And again, final examination will be May 24 to 28. Since we don't have graduating students, third year palang taas touch because of this K to 12, but still we're going to honor and going to give the recognition also to our honor students. Okay, so we're going to give you some of our virtual laboratories performances last semester. So this is some of the videos of our virtual laboratories.
the famous dish in Vietnam, the Vietnamese rice roll.
And these are our ingredients.
First, we need to soak the rice roll in the water for a second.
After soaking for a minute, place the rice paper on the cutting board and begin doing our rice rolls. Let's start putting some vermicelli on it. Let's add carrots cutted into bâtonnets. The same through with our cucumber. Let's chop some lettuce. Then, let's top the lettuce with our hoisin sauce. These sweet and spicy sauce are created from selected spices and soybeans that can give extra flavor for our rice roll. And now, let's wrap it with our rice paper. Put tiger prawns and continue rolling.
So all activities, the virtual activities of the students are performed at home. So our teachers are going to record performance here so that they can do the students.
Here the side. That's a very easy Vietnamese rice rolls.
morning, ma'am. Welcome to 410. I'm from Lord Second Bolero, your butler for today. Do you have any reservation?
Yes.
We would like to carry your lunch. Do you have project inside?
No.
This way, please. Good morning, ma'am. Kindly fill up your registration form, please.
Hi guys, this is Christine and welcome to my
All I worries, if you do it, maybe are you?
Today I will give you a tour to the place known as the home of historical and natural treasures. Let's go! Welcome to the city of Baguio! Currently, I am a student from VMAGlobal College and Training Centers Incorporated, taking up the Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management 2 Alpha. As you can see guys, I am now wearing our official t-shirt together with our ID as per required by our teacher or our instructor. And of course, let's put first our safety with our mask, and I have also brought my face shield and alcohol. So enough with those stuff. So for today, I will be a student slash travel buddy slash your tour guide for today's trip. Did you know?
Okay, so once again, that was the virtual laboratory performances of our TM, HM, and also our business administration students. So once again, to all of you, thank you so much, especially to our parents. Thank you for entrusting your sons and your daughter to us, especially with your future and their career. So to all of you, God bless and keep safe.
All right, so that was our dean for the College of Business and Hospitality Management, Sir Herias Transe. And at this juncture, we will proceed to our orientation of office policies and procedures. To start with, let us proceed to the registrar's office and let us listen to our school registrar, Mrs. Mary Grace Asejo.
Sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Registrar's Office. This afternoon, we will be giving you the policies and guidelines of the Registrar's Office. Okay, welcome to VMAGlobal College Registrar's Office. As you can see, we have here our Registrar's Office personnel. Proceed, please. We have the in charge of the different departments. We have Miss Judeline Pancaya for the BSMRE department, Mrs. Cindy Mulabin for the CHBM, and the CBP, and also Miss Rhea Sangrador for our BSMT, and of course for the high school department, we have Miss Jerry May Luxin. Okay, so the responsibilities of the registrar's office are as follows. First is the maintenance, updating, and evaluation and safeguarding the integrity and confidentiality of the academic records of the students. Also, the keeping track of their progress towards the completion of their course or degree in college and other functions and responsibilities explicitly stated by the school. Also, we have the issuance of student records in accordance with the law and the regulations contained in the 1992 MRPS and the MORPHE 2008. For our first year students, we have the following documentary requirements. Of course, you have your card, your birth certificate na dapat naka-PSA, and then we also require colored picture 2x2 na siya, duha ka bilog, and the medical certificate. For our transferees, we require the certificate of eligibility to transfer, your transcript of records, your birth certificate nga naka-PSA, the 2x2 colored picture, duwa ka bilog, and of course, also the medical certificate. For the returnees, we have the clearance from, of course, the accounting office, the evaluation of your subject grade requirements, and the medical certificate also. Okay, so slide please. Please take note, well, in cases where a student cannot physically submit the requirements, they may send them through courier services, mga LBC, depende sa inyo kung paano nyo sa ipadala sa amon. And however, they should also make sure to have a duplicate copy or a photocopy of all the requirements before email ninyo sa amon ng inyong mga requirements para may kopya gid kamo nga inyo. Okay, these are our policies for the subject loading. Okay, for full load, it means taking the number of units prescribed in the curriculum for each semester. Ang overload naman, it is only allowed on the student's last term. A student is allowed to have an overload of units without prior approval from CHED, provided that he or she does not exceed a maximum of 28 units. Okay, so the subject load and the sequence of subjects of students shall be in accordance with the approved curriculum for each program or course of study. So as a general rule, a student shall not be permitted to take any advanced subject until he has satisfactorily passed the prerequisite subjects and of course the basic subjects. Also, students who has failed in any subject must enroll in the subject again either during summer or in the succeeding school year. Okay, what are requisite subjects? Okay, so no student is allowed to enroll and earn advanced credits unless he or she has passed all the required basic and prerequisite subjects. If they do so, the advanced subject shall not be credited to them regardless of their performance. Okay, on the change Changing one subject for another is also allowed during the changing and the dropping period. The schedule should be determined and posted for widest dissemination by the Dean's Office under the following conditions. So the subject originally enrolled in has been dissolved or may conflict sa schedule. So sa sini nga mga parts, since online man kita, so you can directly contact our Dean or the MIS office. Okay, a student may enroll in not more than 2 or 3 subjects during the summer, either for the purpose of making up for the subject previously failed or for earning advanced credits in other subjects. On cross-enrollment, it is also allowed only when the subject of the student who intend to enroll in other schools is not offered sa diri or during the semester in which he or she is supposed to graduate. Or cross-enrollment is not allowed under the following conditions also. Kung ang subject gin-offer man sa eskwelahan and the subject is a major or elective or a major professional subject. Okay, about the grades. Periodic grades are released by the instructors to their respective students within 10 working days after the prelim and the midterm examinations. Also, the final grades are obtained from the registrar's office 3 weeks after the submission of grades. And the permanent record of grades for each course is made at the end of each term. Now let's proceed to the withdrawal of enrollment. So a student who desires to withdraw should signify his intention in writing to the VP for Academic Affairs, stating therein his reasons for withdrawing from the course enrolled in. So kung gusto nyo mag-withdraw, kinahanglan masulat ka mo, mapabalo ka mo kung nga gusto nyo mag-withdraw. Also, an enrollment withdrawn after changing or dropping period shall be charged accordingly. So no refund of fees will be made after 2 weeks of classes. Okay, so please bear in mind that the registration of the student at VMAGlobal College and Training Centers Incorporated is a token of your desire and of your parents' desire to comply with all the rules and regulations of the college. So no refund of any amount may be allowed after 2 weeks of classes, except when the tuition and other fees are paid in full or partial, in which case refund may be allowed under certain conditions. So regarding the dismissal from the college, a student may be refused admission or readmission to any of the program or dismissed from the college in any of the following grounds. First, if he or she has exceeded the limit for probationary period, ilalapaw ka na. Next, if he or she incurs 12 units of failure in one semester or an accumulated 18 units of failure sa isa ka tuig or in 2 semesters. Also, if he or she or if the student is found guilty of committing grave offenses as determined by the conduct board and for health reasons detrimental to self and of course to others, and if the student fails to comply with the admission requirements, very important na kinahanglan ni comply nyo ginang inyo admission requirements. Okay, so thank you very much for your continued support to the Registrar's Office. For your inquiries and information, you may contact us through our FB page. We have VMA Global College Registrar, FB account, VMA Registrars, and our email ad is vmaregistrar2013@gmail.com. Our contact number, if in case nga hindi ka makalusot sa amon ng mga account, we have 034-444-2565, local 113. And you can look for Miss Rhea, who is in charge of the BSNT, Miss Jodeline for the BS MARE, and Miss Cindy for the non-maritime programs. And of course, yours truly, Miss Grace. So thank you very much. And for inquiries and more information, you can always visit us through our FB account and FB page. Thank you and good afternoon, guys.
All right, so thank you so much again, Miss Grace Asejo, our school registrar, for giving us necessary information that would help the students processing their grades and their school records. So let us proceed to the last office that will give an orientation this afternoon. But before that, I would like to announce to the students that later on, during our open forum, you can raise as well questions about your finances because accounting office is with us as well, and also your concerns about the bookstore. So for those students who were not able to fill out their evaluation and attendance yet, please do visit the guidance VMA Guidance Center page. VMA Guidance Center page, and look for the link of attendance and evaluation. Make sure that it is labeled as college or college department. Again, for those students who were not able to check yet the link of the attendance and evaluation, please do check it from VMA Guidance Center page and see to it that the ones that you are checking is the one labeled with college or college department. And now, moving on to our last orientation with their programs and services, let us hear from our school nurse. Let us welcome Miss Virginia Mirasol from Medical and Dental Services.
Okay, good afternoon, students and parents who are joining right now. First of all, I would like to say thank you for your cooperation and for being supportive to our clinic department. And also, I would like to thank the guidance department for conducting this orientation because through this orientation, we can be able to address all of your concern, especially in regards to your medical requirements. I know a lot of you has questions, pero let's take this step by step para mas maintindihan natin. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so what are our objective? Our main objectives are the prevention of illness and the promotion of the health and well-being of the students, faculty, and staff, as well as the provision of comprehensive and appropriate health education. Even though it's still pandemic time today, we nurses still want to continue to guide you and help you guys to have a healthy well-being. So I'm asking for your patience and more understanding na medyo firm kami and idid kami sa inyo nga medical requirements because this is not for us to give you a hard time, but this is for your own well-being. Kay gusto namon kamo maka-graduate na healthy kamo, wala kamo health problems, and maka-graduate kamo sa inyong course. So let's take a quick look for our organizational chart. For our clinic department head, we have Dr. Remedios Johanna Vargas. She is also our Vice President for Academics. Then you have your two doctors. For our school physician, we have Dr. Carlitos Arola. His schedule will be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you want to have a consultation to him, you can message us first in Facebook, or you can come here sa clinic and then we can book an appointment for you. Then for our school dentist, we have Mark Vincent Alvarez. His schedule will be every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you want to have your checkup or your tooth extraction, you can just simply walk in our clinic, or you can message us through Facebook. Then we have your two clinic nurses. Wala akong picture. Okay lang. We have our two clinic nurses, Sir Jason Guillen and yours truly, Virginia Mirasol. So if you have any health concern, please don't hesitate to contact us and we will be gladly to assist you. Now, let's proceed for our clinic programs for this second semester. Oh, by the way, I know you're already expert on this. Just keep remembering these three important tips: wash hands, bring alcohol all the time, every time you go out outside your house, wear face mask and face shield, and always maintain social distancing of 1 meter. Now let's proceed to the clinic programs for this second semester. First, health education. So this is to widen your knowledge when it comes to health-related concern. So as of now that it's still pandemic, we are conducting our health education through our Facebook page, VMA Medical Dental Clinic. So ga-post kami mga health topics and mga health updates from the DOH. Next is the first aid treatment and medical referral. So clinic is still open to perform first aid treatment sa inyo. So kung ari lang man kamo lapit sa school or you're within the school vicinity, clinic is always open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are performing first aid treatment. For the medical referral, these are for those students who needs medical attention and hospitalization. For example, you guys got hospitalized, you are still you are still privileged sa inyong health insurance benefit. All you have to do is just bring the original copies of your receipts and mga expenses nyo sa hospital, and we will be the one to process it for you. You just have to wait for a minimum 1 month for the reimbursement and the approval. But this one is a case-to-case basis. Okay, not all cases gina-aprubahan na siya. So it depends if you meet the criteria of your health insurance. Next is the health monitoring and updates. Again, we are posting it online through Facebook. Laboratory results, follow-up, and monitoring. So one of our clinic programs is the submission of your medical requirements. So for those who has an abnormal result or may deficiency sa ilang result, we are requiring you to have a medical consultation. We will give you a referral slip with our recommendation kung diin ka mo mapakonsulta. And then once you're done with your consultation, you have to submit your medical certificate. Why is it we require you for a medical certificate? Because for example, kung ma-inspecta this ang CHED sa Marina, this will serve as your support sa inyong abnormal result. And this will serve as a support that you can still continue your course. Then for the dental services, schedule is every Wednesday, 9 to 12. You can just contact us for the appointment. And you are still entitled for 1 tooth extraction every semester. Okay? And then next, physical examination and Ishihara test. We are conducting our physical examination here in the clinic. The ones amo ni siya, oh. we conduct our physical examination through our health examination records. This is the one you are filling up during magpa-enroll ka mo. And then for the Ishihara test, we are conducting here sa clinic only for senior high school. Once you're in college level, you are required to take your Ishihara test with visual acuity outside to any diagnostic center of your choice. For the medical consultation, we still provide first aid treatment, mga first aid medication, and then pwede lang gid ka mo kapakonsulta, depende na lang sa schedule ni doctor kung saan we can have our consultation through online or pwede man ta pa-schedule dire sa clinic if available lang si doctor. Then for the hepatitis B immunization, I'm going to discuss this on the later part kay damo ni siya question, especially with your vaccines. Okay? And then attending medical emergencies and first aid, online health updates via Facebook page, and students with medical inquiries or health-related concerns may reach us at our official Facebook page. Okay, that's our clinic programs for this semester. And then let's proceed with your laboratories. Now, for the laboratory requirements, may idea na kamo ni kung anong gina-require namon sa inyo for the maritime and non-maritime courses. So all students, if you already submitted during the first semester, no need for you to submit again on the second semester. But if may mga lacking kamo nga mga requirements, you need to submit that before February 27. Kay gin-extend lang na namon ang deadline para makakomply gid kamo tanan. And then if hindi gid kamo ya kapasa sang inyong medical, we will endorse it to your deans, and then there's a possibility that your name will be placed on hold sa aton nga school automate. So you are really obligated to submit your laboratories. For the new students and transferees, you need also to submit your medical requirements, but the deadline will be on or before March 31, 2021. Next slide, please. Okay, so for the chest x-ray, CBC, stool, and urine test, if you have an abnormal result, you still need to submit a fit-to-school medical certificate. Then for the drug test, this is only required for all graduating students. Mga first year, second year, no need na kamo ni. So once you're positive, appropriate actions will be taken. Now, these are the two main laboratories for the maritime course. For the Ishihara test, this test is to determine your color blindness. And maritime students are required to take Ishihara test conducted by a DOH accredited laboratory center. Maritime students should pass the test. If failed, he or she may be advised for medical consultation and to shift on other non-maritime courses available. For the visual acuity, the normal vision is 20/20. Sa mga wear glasses, the correctable, ang maximum for the BSMT is 20/40, while for the BSMRE is 20/50. Now for the hearing test, mild, moderate, and severe hearing loss still needs medical consultation. Student must submit a fit-to-school medical certificate to determine if he or she can continue his or her course. Now, for the HBsAg test, this test is to detect the presence of the hepatitis B virus. This is required for both maritime and non-maritime courses, which are BSHM and BS tourism. For the BSBA, you are not required for HBsAg. But if you want yung magpakuha ka mo HBsAg, that's all right. Pero hindi ka mo required. Only the HM and the tourism. Okay? For the reactive and positive result, may require medical consultation and shifting to another course available. So for the HEPA vaccine, First dose is anytime after HBsAg test shows non-reactive result. We only allow 1 month interval. Bali, within, for example, kung nagpakuha ka mo subong sang HBsAg test nyo, dapat within 1 month, dapat na nakapa first dose na kamo. Then the second dose is, sorry, 1 month after the first dose. The third dose is 3 months after the first dose, and the booster dose is 1 year after the third dose. So question, Miss kinanglan gid namon magpa-vaccine? Yes, it is very important na magpa-vaccine ka mo. Kaya nga, once you are reactive to hepatitis B virus, that is lifetime na. Positive ka na for the rest of your life. And hepatitis B virus is a very serious condition. It is contagious. Once you're contaminated, it could deprive you from other jobs or from working abroad. So that's why nga ga-require gid na ang mga maritime courses ang inyong nga vaccine and also sa mga HM. Okay? So you can be contaminated blood to blood or through sexual contact. So that's why importante gid nga mapa-vaccine ka mo. What if you had your vaccine outside the school? That is okay as long as you will provide us the copy of your updated vaccine card. Okay, next slide. Okay, for the reminders for second semester, all new students, transferees, and returnees with pending medical requirements must submit their requirements not later than March 31, 2021. Students who have not submitted their medical requirements will be placed on hold in the school autumn meet. Students who have submitted their medical requirements online are required to submit the hard copies. They may hand in their hard copies at the school clinic or send them via courier services. Before, wala, di kami niga-require some hard copies, kami na lang niga-print. Pero galing kay a lot of you are sending copies nga hindi gid siya clear. So once i-print namon, hindi na siya mabasahan. So that's why we require you right now nga to submit the hard copies ang mga nagpasa online. Students who want to avail of a dental checkup, you may visit every Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then, lastly, students who have started their Hep B vaccination but didn't complete their succeeding doses on schedule don't need to restart the series. You may take your next dose at the school clinic. You just have to pay 650 pesos per dose. Okay, for questions and inquiries, you can message us at our official Facebook page, VMA Medical Dental Clinic, and our Gmail address is vmamedicaldental@gmail.com. So thank you for listening and have a great day. Thank you. Huh?
All right, so we're done already with the last office that gave their programs and services, which is the medical and dental. So thank you so much to our school nurse. Our school nurses, Miss Mirasol and Sir Jason. And at this point in time, we will proceed with our open forum. So those students who have their concerns, who have their questions, anything that you want to ask from our deans, from our shipboard training officer, from our school registrar, and from our nurses as well. Our accounting office and our bookstore is listening. So for those who have questions, you may raise it in our chat box here at Zoom meeting, or you can comment in our comment box at FB page. Again, for those students who kept on asking about the attendance, we will be sending now the link at VMA Guidance Center page. So wala na mong ging send gina because ang iban ma-fill out lang na sang evaluation kag attendance. After that, they will leave the meeting and they will not be focusing or they will not attend in our FB Live. So subong pa lang namon i-send ang attendance and evaluation. So for those who have questions, our school heads or our office heads are ready to answer your queries. Malive siguro, miss. Okay, so I think this question is intended to registrar's office. And the question is, saan o i-post ang graduating list? Sir, good afternoon. Miss Grace, are you around? Are you there? So Miss Rhea is attending our meeting. Miss Rhea, Miss Rhea Amor, are you there, Miss? Hmm. Okay. Miss, is there already an available list of graduating students, Miss?
Yes. Technical problem.
If Miss Rhea is not around, maybe Miss Cindy or Miss Jodelyn, sir.
Yes, sir.
Miss
No, sir.
Rhea,
No, sir.
okay.
No, sir.
Yes, Miss. Miss, this is the question of the student.
Yes,
Is
sir.
there an available list of graduating students na daw from registrar's office?
Sir, nung after enrollment this sem, we will evaluate them and we will generate the list of graduating students probably by March 15th, siguro, sir.
So,
After the enrollment list, sir.
okay.
So right now, we are still ongoing. The enrollment is still ongoing, sir, for the second semester. So we can still generate the list of graduates.
Okay, so for now, Midshipman, registrar's office could not prepare or generate a list of graduating students. So patapuson tagid anay ang enrollment para ma-finalize na nila. So another question. Good afternoon, sir. For freshmen students, sir, saan o sila pwede kakwa entrance exam? So I think Ms. Maggie is around. Ms. Maggie.
exam no for incoming freshmen and high school students. As of now, hindi pa kita kahatag sang entrance exam because ang aton nga second semester will close on June 4. So our schedule normally is 2 months before sang aton nga close of the semester. So basi mga April, March to April, dira kita. Anyway, we are going to post the schedules for the entrance exam. Okay. So the one who asked the question, are you satisfied na?
Right, so thank you so much, Miss Maggie. Yes, Miss Kono. Sir, good afternoon. Mangkot ko tani, sir, kung available ang ATFF kag MEFA, sir, kag pila ang price. May nagsugo lang sa akon mangkot, sir. All right, so Midshipman, your question is intended to be answered by our staff and faculty. Okay, so Miss Grace could answer your question. The Miss Grace.
Midshipman, good afternoon. Please double check lang with the training center. However, I have here a list of ang pamangkot mo is the price, no? Sa MEFA to siya, sir?
MEFA and AEFF, Miss.
AFF and MEFA?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. As per the training center, the AFF costs 7,000 pesos, while the MEFA is 4,000 pesos. Pero i-double check lang nila sa training center if amo pa ni siya gyapon. So, they can visit the training center's FB page or they can call them directly through their telephone number.
Also, Sir Destacamento will add something.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Now, PECRB, ano tong yagi na pamangkot? PCRB ang kumpila?
ATFF, sir, and MEFA.
Okay. Ang MIFA, that is 4,000. Ang MIFA, that is good for 4 days, inclusion ng ilang pack lunch. Then, we have also batch starting every first and third Wednesday of the month. And then, ang PECRB, teka, wait, anay ha. Ang wait. Ang ATFF, so you could ask na lang sa sa training center. Kay wala sila naghatag sang amount diri sa akon. Ang ginahatag lang nila is only PECRB kag ang BT at saka SDSD training. So sa PCRB, that is 6,600. Durations of training 4.5 days, inclusion, pack lunch, and we have a batch starting every weekday.
All right, so thank you so much to our shipboard training officer. Thank you, sir, for sharing us details about the trainings of our students before or someone who is asking. So next question. Nang good afternoon, sir. Ask kami tani if may nav trip pa or wala na, sir. And mangkot mga classmate ko kung makagraduate biskan wala pa nav trip.
Okay. So first of all, kay may pandemic, wala tanay nag-trip. For those third year nga manugraduate na nga wala ka kuha sang second sang nag-trip last 2019, first semester 2019, may program na angging preparar ang DINS para sa inyo. Those graduating students nga wala ka kuha sang nag-trip, so may mga make up ka muna.
Okay, so thank you so much for raising your question, Midshipman. And thank you so much as well to our shipboard training officer. So another question. Another question is from Midshipman Kagod. Sir, required gid liwat magpas sang medical or vaccine card kung nakapas na sang last tas misplaced ka clinic. Kay pagpa-enroll ko sang first sem kompleto man pagpa-enroll ko sang second sem. Wala naman ko kapasa kuno katatlo na ko magpass halin sang grade 12 ko, sir.
Okay. Midshipman Kagod, first, oh yes, nakapasa ka naman siguro sang imo nga mga medical requirements. I-double check, nakapasa ka sang imo nga vaccine card during nagpasa ka sang first semester. If nakapas ka na previously, you don't need to pass again ang imo nga vaccine card. Ilang taon lang namon liwat sa inyo nga folders kung may copy ka man gid sang imo nga vaccine card. Okay? So kung may mga pamangkot ka, pwede mo kami ma-message sa amon nga Facebook page. And question lang tani namon kung nagpa-vaccine ka outside, did you submit an updated copy sang imo nga vaccine? Kung updated to siya, so no need na magpasaliwat. Okay? Thank you.
All right, so another question, and I think the question is intended to our deans. Good afternoon. Pwede pa ka pa-enroll subong kay my friend ko nga mapa-enroll siya tani.
Okay, good afternoon again. If you still plan to enroll at this point, we're in about more than 2 weeks na nagkuhan, we will look into your records kung pwede pa. No? If you have time, it is possible for you to visit our school, please do the enrollment personally because we have to evaluate your document first and your financial status. So if everything is clear, we could still accommodate you, only that you have missed already. There will be conditions. If you agree to the conditions that we set, that you will miss the quizzes and the classes you had missed since the opening, then it could be accepted pa kung magsugot ikaw. Okay? So there are conditions and restrictions na during this time. But we don't want you to miss this semester. We could still allow you depending on the situation. If you have time, please visit the school if it is possible. If not, then please communicate with the Dean's office directly so that we could give you the necessary information. Okay? So thank you.
So we have an additional We have an additional information from STO. So, sir, what is that you are going to add?
Yes, may ara lang ko additional regarding sang protocols para sa ilang training sa BMATC. Now, this is one of the requirements of the BMA Training Center. So, when you are going to enroll or start your training at the BMA Training Center, now, may mga protocols na ginasunod ang BMA Training Center. One is no face mask and face shield, no entry. No parking inside the training center because of limited space. Ano, sir?
Wala ka na nanukot. Wala ka na nanukot sa iyo.
We are strictly implementing social distancing. Please wait for your turn and keep at least 1 meter apart at all times. Use hand washing and foot bath station upon entry. Guard will take body temperature 37.5, no entry. No? Present your valid ID and log in name and contact details and purpose undergo bag inspection. Scan CCTS card or backtrack. O may backtrack, dalo ng backtrack nyo. Interview with medical personnel and get health examination record. Proceed to the window 1 for submission or forms. Submitted a photocopy of your requirements. Go to the cashier windows for payment. Go to window 2 for approval of training schedule. And then, please bring an extra set of photocopy of your fit to work and barangay clearance, swab test, quarantine clearance if you have to submit to the clinic. We don't have photocopying as of now. Please prepare your photocopies for submission when you enroll. For those with the BT and SDSD training, 3 copies of Fit to Work for Fit to Work for training. Be sure that that is not more than 3 months ang age. 3 copies of barangay certification, certification for not PUI or PUM. 2 copies of PSA birth certificate and 2 copies print out of SRN. So amo na sang ilang mga bag-ong protocols nga gina-required for enrollment sa mga estudyante nga makuha sang BT training or other training course. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much to our shipboard training officer. And now there's another question here at our chat box in our Zoom meeting. Sir, how about sa laboratory namon sang first sem, sir, kay may subject kami nga failure. Kay wala laboratory, paano na, sir? Thank you. Or maritime studies. Sir, how about sa laboratory namon sang first sem, sir? Kay may subject kami nga failure kay wala laboratory. Paano na, sir? Thank you.
Okay. With regards to subjects with laboratory, if you had noticed, you're given a remarks of incomplete. If you are graduating students, now we are trying to make sure that before your graduation, we could close the incomplete grades that you have. At this point, the CHED allows us within 1 year to close the incomplete remarks. So from last January, we still have the next until next January pa ang 1 year allowance to close that. But we will not be reaching that time anymore. Hopefully, sometime in June or July, we could perform the laboratory depending on the approval of the authorities. You know well that at this moment, we are not allowed to have a contact, direct or face-to-face. There are subjects with laboratory that are already complete, considering that they could perform their laboratory activities virtually. But subjects that require simulators, specifically in NAV5, that requires simulators both deck and engine, we really have to wait for the time when we could perform. It would be unfair for you to give you grades without the performance. So to make sure that we will be giving you the correct grades, we will wait. But hopefully before the end of this semester, or even during summer, we could perform the laboratories. Okay? Hindi tagit pwede may mo nga tagaan kamo sang grado. But we will not hold you in any case to proceed to enroll, to proceed to undergo training with the remarks of incomplete for those not performed laboratory activities. Don't worry about that. We will have only to wait for the approval. Hopefully, this June, ma-close na siya. Anyway, we still have 1 year to close everything. Okay? So, wala kita mahimo, mahulat gid kita kung sano ang allow ang face-to-face. Although pila na lang ni ka-subjects nga require gid sang simulator, that we really have to wait for some time pa before we could give you your grades. Okay, I hope that would clarify and answer your questions.
All right, so thank you so much to our Dean of Maritime Studies, Sir Wasna. And now again, we would like to announce to the students that our link for our evaluation and attendance is now available at the VMA Guidance Center page. So you open the link nga may label nga college. Again, please do open it at our VMA Guidance Center page for the link of our evaluation and attendance. So another question. The question is, ask ko kung ang graduation will be face-to-face or what? Another question, ask ko kung ang graduation will be face-to-face or what?
The question is face-to-face graduation. Well, I wish. But at this moment, as I've said, we really don't have a fixed idea regarding this. The conduct of classes, the conduct of delivery, the conduct of laboratory activities, as well as any activities pertaining to the school, depends on the authorities to allow us face-to-face. There are previous talks from the authorities that they may allow certain areas, but that is not fixed yet. So again, well, we could not say. And all we could do is hope that there is para ma-enjoy naman ang inyong completion and as well as the graduation. But at this moment, we could not really tell because it all depends on the authority. So, wait kita, okay?
All right, so thank you so much to our Dean of Maritime Studies. So, all right. So again, we would like to announce to the students that our link for our attendance and evaluation is now available at VMA Guidance Center page. So kung may mga for those students who have also concerns or questions about accounting and bookstore and registrar's office, still they are with us. And also to our students who are attending the meeting from non-maritime department, also your dean is with us. So some more questions? Sir, Sir Trans is willing enough to answer your questions. So there's no raised questions in our chat box and in our FB Live. So I think everyone have raised their questions already and have gathered necessary information from our institution. So I think that ends our parents and students virtual orientation program for the college department. Thank you so much to all the parents and students who have attended our orientation, and as well to our office heads, our president who have gave her message earlier, and to our college deans. So thank you so much, and have a good day, everyone.
We don't want no heroes. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. We look pretty young things. We are the fashion. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We're the generation. So sick of labels. We don't want no heroes.
It's one of the highlights of our 47th Foundation Day.
This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. This is my culture. I do what I do. Two fingers to fashion. I am what I am. We look pretty young things. We are the fashion. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We're the generation. So sick of labels. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes.
Once again, the HM Tourism, and request also for the TVL, and the capacity as the Dean, this is to formally open our 2020 Skills Olympics. Everybody cheers.
Hi, I am Lorene Joy A. Anyate. Welcome to BSHM, BSTM, BSHRM, and TVL Skills Olympic 2020. This event aims to inspire our students to demonstrate our skills, provide an innovation exchange avenue on skills development, and to promote hospitality industry.
Catch me. These walls I'll tear down. I'll write my own destiny, 'cause these dreams don't sleep. I will rise like a new sun, 'cause I know there will come a day. Just like thunder when light breaks, I'll rise up like the crashing waves. I just keep on believing. the crashing waves. 'Cause this is the moment.
Incorporated presents the Tourism and Hospitality Skills Olympics 2020. The main objective of this event is to develop and enhance the talents and skills of students that will soon be professionals in the tourism and hospitality industry. The hospitality industry employs a large part in the workforce, including workers in restaurants,